Well, good morning. Texas Pond Bass Master here. I hope you're having a great day. This morning I'm going to be trying my 3/8 ounce Googan spinnerbait. It's got 2 blades on it. It's got one willow blade, which is silver, and one small spoon blade, which is gold. I've got a white crawl trailer on it. So grab your rod. Let's go fishing. See how we do today. I got a little bit of a late start this morning. Well, let's see what we can do here. I do have my 6 Sense Divine Swimmer tied on as well. When you're fishing these spinner baits, you can just slow roll it so it stays right up off the bottom. You can medium crank it back, make it get a little bit higher in that water column. Or you can crank it a little bit faster to get it up towards the top. You can also surge your rod like this to make it go up and down in the water. They are not weedless, so they will get hung up. And a lot of times on these, you don't even have to set the hook because it's already traveling. When the bass hit it, it's hooked because the hook is exposed in the back. It's about 9 a.m. here near Austin, Texas, and it's already 90 degrees. No wind though. A lot of golfers. See that? Right there at the edge. I didn't even set the hook. There you go. Nice bass. Yep, came right along that edge, just at the edge of that grass. Boom, came up out of the grass, hit that. I didn't even set the hook. She was just on. Healthy fish. Thank you for playing today. Well, that's a great morning already. Beat the skunk. Right there at the edge of that grass. A little bit of shade there. Not a lot, but a little bit. That bass just came right up out of that grass and hit that spinnerbait. Generally, when you get here earlier in the morning, that back area is all shaded. But now that the sun's up, we've kind of lost the advantage of shade. But I'm gonna still try back there, see how we do. This is the pond that I caught my lucky bass at. There's a fish, just hit it. I don't know if you saw it come out of the water. Is it gonna take it? Nope. That bass came out of the water and hit that bait way back there in the corner. I was reeling that, and that bass came after it. Just that one. So I'm on the back side of the pond now. Haven't had any luck here today. There's a fallen tree right here in front of me. One day at another location, my son-in-law and I were fishing. I walked up to a fallen tree. I threw to the left side, caught a 3.5 pound bass. He said, "Where'd you get that?" I said, "Right next to that tree, that fallen tree." He threw on the right side, got him a 4.5 pound bass, and broke his pole. So that was the end of our fishing day. There's a fish. Right next to that fallen tree. Nice little bass. Right next to that fallen tree. See a little sunfish? As soon as my bait swam past that tree limb, little sunfish come up out of the water trying to take it on. Right there. It's too big for it, the sunfish. There's a fish. Nice little bass. Nice bass. Bass number 3 for today. Thank you for playing. Well, as you can see, I had a good day of fishing. I caught 3 bass. The first one was on the spinnerbait right next to the bank where I was standing. Actually surprised me. That bass come up out of those weeds and hit that spinnerbait. I didn't even have to set the hook. It was already hooked. That was a nice little bass. Didn't pick up anything else there in the lower pond, so I moved on up to the upper pond. Ended up picking up a bass on the 6th Sense Divine Swimmer baby bluegill where that fallen tree was at. I swam my bait right over the top of that fallen tree and just let it fall next to it on my side of the tree. And sure enough, there was a bass there underneath that fallen tree. So that was bass number 2. And then when I moved my way back around the pond as I was leaving, I decided to throw over in that corner, got back on the spinnerbait, and ended up catching that 3rd bass on that spinnerbait. Came right out of that hydrilla. I could see it because the water's clear. I could see my bait, I could see the bass come over and hit it. And that was a nice little bass as well. I want to give a shout out to my good friend over at Casting Across Texas. You can catch him on YouTube. Does a lot of kayak fishing. He had texted me the other day through the channel and told me that I needed to change my GoPro settings down to 1080 instead of 4K, and that might eliminate the overheating problems. Well, today was the first day I tried that, and I did not have any shutdowns today on overheating, and I got quite a bit of video recorded today. So I appreciate the suggestion. It worked. Tight lines to you, my friend. And I also want to give a shout out to my beautiful wife, Brenda, of 44 years. We're about to celebrate. She looked up on Google last night and told me how to go into my GoPro and change it from 4K to 1080 because I was having trouble figuring that part out. So shout out to both of y'all for helping me out. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you like the channel, please subscribe. I truly do appreciate your support. This is the Texas Pond Bass Master. Get out there and go fishing. Tight lines, everybody, and we will catch you later.